Season 5 of DMZ is where it's at. We're looking at the Shadow Company faction that was added recently, the tier 1 missions for that faction, missions called Wings Clipped. Relatively straightforward objective for us here, having to kill 3 reinforcement helicopters on Ashika Island, but that in itself is really the challenge of this mission since we need to be going to Ashika Island. The good news is there's a couple of things that you can do to make this a little bit easier for yourself, and actually the small and the large reinforcement helicopters do count for the credit for this mission. So absolutely, especially if you're playing solo, I would advise you to bring in a weapon that can deal a lot of damage to vehicles. For me, I opted for a shotgun with explosive rounds, which would just give me an additional way of dealing damage to the helicopters. But absolutely, good lethal grenades also make a huge difference. Semtex and Thermite absolutely come in clutch here for additional explosive power, but what you should also consider doing is capturing an anti-air tower, as sometimes these towers can get you 1 or 2 of the kills without you even having to contribute to the effort at all. In my case, I was able to do this by grabbing a SAM site in the south of the map, which immediately forced the first spawn of a reinforcement chopper. This one I was able to blow out of the sky, and then essentially for the rest of the time on the map I was evading enemy players that had responded to this area and wanted to kill me, and during this time this anti-air site was actually shooting down the other choppers that I needed for the credit for this mission. But either which way, however you do this, as soon as you get 3 of these reinforcement choppers shot down, that's a tough word to say, reinforcement choppers, you get them shot down, whether it's the small or the big ones, you will have the final credit for this mission, and it's on to the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Go ahead and give the video a like if you found this information useful in any way, as well as consider subbing to the channel for future DMZ guides, as well as a whole bunch of guides already there with some key guides and everything sprinkled in, pretty much everything you need for DMZ. Other than that, it's just super important to me that you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Till next video, fucking cheers.